The elders tell a story of a young man that comes to them seeking wisdom. So they decide to take him fishing. But on this day, the fish weren't biting. So after a while, one of the elders stands up and he steps out of the boat and he is standing on water. He takes a few steps, casts his line, and he begins to catch fish immediately. The other elder, well, she stands up, she steps out of the boat, and she is standing on water. She takes a few steps, casts her line, and she begins to catch fish immediately. Well, the young man looks at the two elders. He stands up. He steps out of the boat, but he doesn't stand on water. He falls into the water. He climbs back into the boat and continues to do this until the one elder says to the other, "Do you think we should tell him where the rocks are?" I was that young man who kept falling in the water over and over and over, because I thought I knew it all. Why would I go to the elders? What could they teach me that I already did not know? When I did, and I went to them, and I asked them for their knowledge and their wisdom, and to help me answer the question, where do I start? My life changed. Where do you find these elders who have a lifetime of knowledge and experience and wisdom? Everywhere. Every day, thousands of people are turning 65. And because they are retiring, we are going to be faced with a problem we have not seen before at this level: a knowledge gap. Now, it's just a matter of numbers. There's this many baby boomers and this many in the generation behind us. Organizations, for-profit, nonprofits, are not prepared for this massive exit of knowledge that's going to be walking out their doors. They acknowledge, yeah, it's a problem or a potential problem. So what's their plan? They're going to bring back these retired baby boomers as consultants. Here's the thing. They are the wisdom keepers, not just in business, but in life. So what can we do? Well, here's what I think we can do. We can change from being an elderly culture to an elder culture. But it won't be easy. We live in troubled times. We have lost our way. We do not celebrate the elder. We celebrate youth. We market and advertise to the gray-haired ones that we must wash this gray hair away to get the best jobs, to be more attractive to the opposite sex, to somehow turn back the hands of time. Here's the reality. We can't. And you know what? I don't want to wash this gray hair away. I earned it. Just like the wisdom in my wrinkles. And perhaps this is the reason why the young ones continue to go to the other young ones seeking wisdom on some of life's most challenging questions. Does my life count? Does my life matter? How do I find my purpose? And where do I start? They don't think of going to an elder because it's not part of our culture. They believe information is king. It's not. It's a commodity. You can get information on any topic, any subject you like on the internet. Knowledge and wisdom comes from experience. My dad, Grehalva, was an elder, a teacher, and a messenger. He was taught in a traditional way. His elders, his teachers, taught him through storytelling, gave him lessons about life. They taught him why and how to conduct ceremony. And in turn, he taught others so that the message would not be lost. When he passed, what he knew could have been buried with him. But my stepmother documented his story. And she talked about his elders, his teachers, his beliefs, his teachings, and their experiences, so that the message could be carried on. Later, I received copies of letters that he had written to other people to help them on their journey, on their path. And then I found it. The handwritten pages, the chapter of his book called Red Mountain, where he was teaching his wisdom and his knowledge. Words matter. Words count. Many years ago, I was leading a men's retreat, and we were going to introduce our fathers to each other, not physically, but through photos and stories. And each of us in the circle had shared until it came to the last man. The last man opened up his jacket, and he took out an envelope. And very lovingly, he pulled out the letter. Tears began to form. And he shared the content. Father to son. The subject was this: today you are 21. In this letter, his dad wanted to teach him how to be a man. His dad went on to say, I don't know if I'm right, I don't know if I'm wrong. All I can do is share with you my feelings on the subject. And he gave his son 7 things to do. And he closed the letter this way: you will be guided by other people, and someday you will be a guide. And so he has. This man's father was a pilot during the Vietnam War. He did not come home. That's tragic. The tragedy is what if his words had not been passed on to his son. Words count. Words matter. And so do yours. The fear of aging is what keeps us from living. Find your purpose, find your passion, audio tape your stories, write your books, teach the skills that took you a lifetime to learn. Mentor the young ones. My dad and the other elders have taught this. Everyone that we meet on this life journey, on this life path that we are on, everyone that's been put in front of you has been put there for a reason. To teach you a lesson. And these lessons are called the gift. And these gifts are not ours to keep. We must give them away. So when the old ones come to me and they say, I'm ready to give my gifts away, but I don't know where to start, I tell them this: teach them, show them where the rocks are. And when the young ones come to me and they say, I'm ready to receive the gifts, but I don't know where to start, I tell them this: seek out an elder. Ask them to teach and show you where the rocks are. So as I close, I have one final thought, one final wish for every one of you here. Go find your rocks. Thank you.
Wonderful.